Welcome back to the channel. E-bikes are fun, and full power e-bikes are a different kind of fun. So I'm excited today about the bike I'm riding. This is the new Transition Regulator. The CX is the full power version of the Regulator, 85 Newton meters of torque, 600 watt-hour battery. Welcome back to the channel. E-bikes are changing rapidly, and the new Transition Regulator series is exactly where I think they should be going. I've heard a lot about either mid-power or full-power bikes disappearing, but to me it's more likely that they'll merge as the full-power bikes get lighter to the point where they'd basically be the same. 47 pounds still isn't light, but it's nothing compared to e-bikes that are around 60 pounds or even the mid-50s. I will be most excited to compare this bike to the new SX and plan on riding the same route to see how it compares. I had a few filming issues with my GoPro and some wardrobe malfunctions, so sorry in advance for the turkey dangler from my helmet and the torn pants.
Real slick today. Oh, I'm losing it.
Before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button. 80% of viewers are still not subscribed, and viewership was up over 150% last month. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what e-bike is your favorite. So what is this new bike? I did a short with John from Transition, so check that out here. But the long and short of it is, this is a full power e-bike with 85 Newton meters of torque, 600 watts of peak power, and a 600 watt-hour battery. It's a mullet bike based on the new Transition Sentinel, so it has 150 millimeters of travel with a 160 RockShox Zeb. While not the longest travel, this thing is set up for some gnarly riding. With the XT build and the Schwalbe radial tires, it should weigh just about 47 pounds and is the perfect choice for a moody Pacific Northwest day like today. So it's an e-bike, but first we still have to talk about how it climbs. And well, this one climbs like a full power e-bike. It's fast, and for these first impression tests, I always like to run the bike full boost and see how long it goes. But I'll get into that later in this video. So like I said, it's fast and torquey. It's also pretty quiet compared to some. Traction is good, and like the Sentinel, the body position for me is nearly perfect. Switchbacks are something I struggle with on these e-bikes. I made it on the Heckler SL, but it took a number of tries. You can check that video out if you want here, and I wasn't able to make it on the Transition Relay. I turned down the power to see if that helped, but after a decent fall, I did give up. I don't currently have a loam library for e-bikes, but now that I've reviewed 6 of these, I'll be putting one together shortly, so check back for that. Now let's get into the fun stuff. This was a very sloppy and fun day. In the wet, e-bikes, even the hefty boys, seem to have excellent traction. It's largely due to the low slung weight, and Transition's latest suspension steps up and really does perform in these conditions. This bike just ate up the chunk and maintained speed like only e-bikes can. On steeps and features, I've only hit this monster rock once before, and I was a bit nervous based on conditions. It wasn't bad though, but the extra weight at slow speeds makes a difference. It also bottomed really hard front and back. This all makes me even more interested to check out that new SX option. When it came to sustained steeps, there's no problem for control, but maybe a bit of an issue when slowing things down. On this long slab, I was surprised the control I still had, but the key was keeping it moving.
Oh, I'm losing it. Oh, I got it.
Rock is real slick today. Oh, I am losing it. Quick, oh, I got it. When it came to jumps, I don't have a ton of experience with full power e-bikes, but they are all pigs. The Transition suspension is lively for an e-bike, but compared to that Heckler SL, there's no comparison. Similar to some larger enduro bikes, it's stable in the air and just goes. Woo. Let's talk about e-bike things. First off, it's a bit quieter. Not to the level of that TQ, but still quieter than just about every other e-bike I've ridden.
There we go.
As far as how the assistance works, it's easy to say that it's better than earlier bikes, but it's still hard to harness, especially around switchbacks. Rolling into this rock roll was less of an issue, but I did turn the power down just in case. People have voiced concern about the 600 watt-hour battery, and while some brands are going crazy, I don't see an issue. Get that range extender if you really think you need it, but few people have 3+ hours to ride. So today's ride was just over 17 miles, just under 2.5 hours and nearly 5,000 feet of climbing. To me, those seem like pretty good numbers for an assisted ride or any ride. And like I mentioned before, I rode almost all of it in the turbo mode. When the battery indicated about 20%, I did turn down the power. I would say I probably had a quarter of the second climb left. I had at least one more gnarly steep climb section, and I did turn it back up to full. And by the time we were done, I could still feel some assistance, but it was noticeably reduced. My buddy's bike though was dead, so I was happy to lap back and forth to kill the battery, and I was happy to say it did fully die. Woo! Final thoughts on who's this bike for? E-bikes just keep getting better, mid or full power. I'm really interested in checking out the SX option, because for me the mid-power bikes still make the most sense. The weight at slow speeds and jumping is just more fun. And if we're honest, my current Marin Alpine Trail is nearly 40 pounds anyway. I'd be excited to check out some of the other new Bosch bikes, like the Santa Cruz Vala and Da Vinci e-Troy Lite, and especially the new Forbidden e-bike with that DGI motor. If all your friends ride full power e-bikes, then the Regulator CX definitely makes sense. It's cool to see full power bikes at less than 50 pounds, and it is noticeable. If you're looking for that full power kick, I don't think you can go wrong with the new Transition Regulator CX. This bike is made to get up and party down. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. Evo.com already has both the CX and SX in stock, so check those out in the affiliate links below. Jensen USA is also a big supporter of the channel, so check them out if you need anything for yourself or your ride. Now get out there, go fast, and take chances. See you next week.